Right here, right here.
Hey, Father's Day is a little more than a week away.
It's your day.
But not everyone has the perfect relationship with their father.
That's true. We head over to Marianne with more on the 5 ways to better connect with your dad.
Right,
Hey,
you know, we think of our moms as being really emotional. Dads aren't always so much. You know, I know my dad feels it. He just doesn't always show it. So you might feel like sometimes a hard time connecting with your dad. So Cynthia Bazin with Smart Chick Laser Focus Mentoring is back to see if we can find some ways to help you connect with your pop coming up for this Father's Day. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, good.
Yeah.
Good. Mother's Day feels like it was just here. Now we're talking about Father's Day, so we don't want to forget Dad, which a lot of people...
Flying by. And you know what? I just want to say I'm cognizant that a lot of people, you know, don't have their fathers coming up. So I want to say that, and that these tips can be applied to anybody that you want to reconnect with in a better way.
Good way to do that. All right, number 1, just making the effort will be appreciated. I bet that's true.
Yes, you know, and I want to say let's try to go a little bit like the extra mile, right? It's so easy to buy stuff. So I kind of say less stuff, more moments. So doing things that, you know what, will connect better. So, you know, having just a cup of coffee, going out to breakfast, doing whatever, you know, your father figure or father would enjoy, you know, watching sports. That's the most important thing. In the end, you know what, the stuff, it won't be remembered as much as the times that you spend with them.
Exactly.
Yes.
And number 2, and this is a great one, learn more about him, right? I think those old stories in the history, long before you came along, are fascinating.
They are fascinating, and so many times we think we know so much or everything about somebody, right? And so I always say most of us just stay on the surface. So what can you do to just ask questions? Maybe you think you know about your dad or your father figure, you know, about their childhood, maybe what their goals and dreams were. Gain some wisdom, you know, and it's going to make that person feel so relevant and important. Sometimes we just do the chit-chat and just go a little bit.
Yeah, maybe how your parents met, maybe you know, something along his first car, things along those lines.
Absolutely.
You know? I know those about my dad, and I love those stories. I cherish those stories.
Yeah, and they will enjoy talking about this.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, communicate in his way.
Yeah, you know, like the beginning of the segment said, sometimes, you know, the relationship isn't perfect and we always get frustrated, like they just don't understand or they're not communicating in our way. So let's just kind of take a step back and say, you know what is the best way to communicate with my dad or my father figure or mentor? Is it just kind of sitting back and chilling and letting him, you know, talk? Is it doing an activity? Is it watching him in the garage, you know, tinkering around and doing a project? So just kind of taking a step back, at least for the day, and doing it his way. Yeah.
Here's a great one for dads. Have him help you with something.
Oh, they love that.
Oh, they love that.
They love that.
Oh, you got Ken's attention. They do. Oh, yeah, my dad loves to do that.
Again, it's making them feel relevant, and you may not even need the help. You know what I mean? So just getting them involved and say, come on in, Dad, or come on in, you know, whoever, and just help me with this, and just have them tinker around with you. It's going to make a huge difference.
Or advice, ask for his advice on something.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it's making them feel really important.
Yeah, and last but not least, focus on the moments you have today.
Yeah, I mean, they're here now. You know, sometimes we just got to let go of the petty stuff, let go of some things that maybe we should forgive. And most important thing, don't bring up old issues, you know? And that's like kind of every day that we could use these tips, right? Is that, you know what, you kind of got to let go of certain things and focus in on our loved ones that are here today.
Yeah, and a lot of times you see parents pass away, things are unresolved, and then the surviving child is just racked with guilt that they didn't let something go or discuss something or whatever, and just, you know, figure it out.
I think we all can think of somebody in our life that is passed on and said, you know what, gosh, I wish this or I wish that. So I think we can start doing that today with our father figure, or anybody that we want to reconnect with better.
All right, Father's Day coming up here in 2 weeks, I think, from this Sunday. Or is it a week? A week from this Sunday? I think it's a week from this Sunday. Yes, it's a week from this Sunday.
Get moving.
If you want to get in touch with Cynthia, there's the information on the screen for mentoring help and just all around just interesting perspectives on everything.
Thank you.
We've also got all that on our website on gooddaysacramento.com at the top of the page, show info, and then go down to today's date. Always nice to see you.
Thank you so much,
See you next
Marianne.
month. All right, back to you guys.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.